What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to bring you guys a very nice deck profile of my FIENDSMITH RYZEAL deck. This is a deck that I've been taking to locals, and for the last couple days I've been going undefeated. I also have some packs here that I'll be opening up at the end of the video, but nonetheless, let's get right into the list. First up on the list, gotta run that guy, Triple Ice. I said it in my last profile before. Card is broken. With Ice, you could actually go into your full FIENDSMITH combo just off of one card. At the end of the video, I will actually show you guys the one card combo for Ice if you don't know it already. For those of you that don't know, when you normal summon him and special summon another RYZEAL, it doesn't lock you out of fours until you special summon from him by sending one card. Other than that, Ice is broken. Normal summon him, get another body out, overlay, go for Exciton. Anyway, but I'll show you guys at the end of the video, but Ice too good. Next up on the list, we got to run the triple sword. Pretty basic, pretty standard when you're running RYZEAL. Now, normally when you go for your Ice RYZEAL, you typically go for this guy, but in this build, in this variant, a lot of the times you will be going for your X and then searching the sword. I'll show you guys that at the end. But next up, we have the guy, the Green Ranger himself. We have Triple X RYZEAL. This is the one that allows you to special summon by sending an Exceed from extra deck to graveyard. So, typically you'll send your Aggregator. You can also send your Exciton Knight to put another Light Fiend in the grave. That way, when it's time to fuse, you put it back, or when you're trying to go Engraver, you put the Exciton back and then just summon Engraver. Anyway, Triple X. And then lastly, of course, we have the Node RYZEAL. That's about it for all of our RYZEALs. Let's go ahead and get into our other engine. Next up on the list, I've been trying out one Sakitama. You'd be surprised how much this actually comes up and just gives you an extra body just to do something with. To summon this, all you do is reveal it, and then you can immediately have to normal summon. Game 2, I always sided out to put more potent cards in, but for game 1, when you need gas, it's the Gas Master. Next up on the list, we got to play this broken package with the 3 FIENDSMITH Engraver, the 1 Lacrima, and then the 1 Lori. You can do a lot of dope combinations between Lacrima and Engraver. And then with Lori, that first add and discard is just such good bait. This package allows you to just eat through interruptions, because if they interrupt this, typically you'll have another way to get into this whole combo, so it really doesn't matter. And then the plays you can set up with Lacrima and the trap card is just crazy broken. So this is my favorite variant so far, but I also have other variants that I want to show you guys. Also, one thing to note is Lacrima is a level 4, so sometimes if she gets stopped right away, you can drop the Sakitama right behind it, or a RYZEAL. But if you don't want to lock yourself into the 4s, you can go into Sakitama and then just do some cool plays from there. But engine is too broken, man. I can't wait to get more cards from the FIENDSMITH archetype and maybe make it its own deck. Next up for the hand traps, of course, I'm running the Triple Ash. Pretty standard, pretty basic. Next up, I'm running 2 Fuwalos and then 1 Peruya. I'm siding the 3rd Fuwalos, and then I'm siding the other 2 Peruyas. And just based on my matchup, I just switch out for what I need game 2 or 3. Next up for the hand traps, 1 Mourner, 1 Ogre, 1 Veiler, 1 Droll, and then the 1 Nibiru. Of course, I'm still running 1 of each. This is what I'm deciding to run. It's been working out really good, and I don't feel bad about running any one of these cards at 1. Next up for the spells, we're running the Triple Bonfire. Bonfire in itself is a 1-card starter. Bonfire searches us our Ice RYZEAL and X RYZEAL. Also, if you open up Tract and you open up Bonfire, take my word for it, go for the Bonfire first, because if they do draw you, at least you search out the Ice, so you can get that normal summon play going off. And with the FIENDSMITH cards, you don't really need to search for anything, you know what I mean? You just got to get that first body on board. So I highly recommend always going for the Bonfire first if you have it in hand, and then going for the Tract. Next up on the list, we're running the Triple FIENDSMITH Tract. This card is single-handedly one of the best first turn cards you can play. There are others, but it just gets a whole engine going by itself. Your opponent typically tries to waste the Ash, or they'll wait till the Requiem comes out and then waste the Ash on the Requiem. Next up on the list, I've been deciding to main 2 talents. Reason being is, what I've noticed with this deck is your opponent will respond to something. So being that they will respond to something, if it's not an imperm and it's a monster effect, we're definitely in there and we can just rip hands. I love talents because it's another insulator. It gets you a lot of information on what your opponent is playing, and it also just sets up plays for later on in the turn. I almost want to bump it up to 3. Next up on the list, got to run the 1 RYZEAL Cross and the 1 plugin. Now, the crazy thing about me running this card again is that one day I actually took it out just to see how it feels without it, and I got to tell you, you feel really naked without the RYZEAL plugin. Ironically enough, I did go 5-0 that day too. I don't know if I'm that good or I just had a good day, but definitely want to run the RYZEAL plugin behind the Cross. Sometimes I want to run 2 Cross, but it can be a crazy brick. We're going into so many of your Exceeds, etc., etc. RYZEAL Cross becomes live pretty much damn near all the time. I would advise running them together. Don't try to be a daredevil and not run the plugin. Plugin is too good. So personal opinion, but Yes, gotta run these cards. Next up on the list, I'm running the 1 crossout designator and the 1 call by. Anytime I draw it, I know that I'm going off. If anything, I bump it back up to 2, but I do play 2 on the side. And then of course we got the call by in the main. I love this card in the main because it shuts off so much. Even with other people playing the Fiendsmith engine, it just shuts off the Fiendsmith engine when they're trying to do their Lacrima thing. Yeah, it also shuts off the Desiree that they try to dump with the trap card if you special summon. So next up on the list for traps, you know, we gotta run the triple infinite impermanence, and then after that, I am running the 1 Fiendsmith in Paradise. This card is so broken. There was a game where I was playing against Sprite and I hard drew it. And you know, they put up a lot of negates and stuff like that. I was able to go through all of his negates. And then at the very end of it, I was able to flip this and then target my Desiree, send all other cards to the graveyard. Man, this card is just too broken. Being able to banish it when your opponent specials and send a Desiree, etc., and get a bunch of plays going is just too crazy. Now that we got the main deck out the way, let's go ahead and get into the extra deck. Of course, we always have to premiere the very nice token. Whenever you see this, make sure you comment, like, or subscribe. Matter of fact, whenever we see this token, let's go ahead and just comment very nice. How about that? You know what I mean? Let's get that started. So whenever you see the token pop up in the video, just drop me a comment or a like and just say very nice. You know what I'm saying? I would appreciate that. So first up on the list, we got to have the most broken card of the century, Double Detonator. No need to really explain Detonator too much. He blows up everything, he protects himself, and he attaches a monster card from the graveyard when he special summons. Card is broken, 3K beater, rank 4. That's all I need to say. To follow up with the Detonator, of course, we're running 2 duo drive. Card is super broken, just like Detonator. These days, this goes off a lot more for me. I don't know, like, if people are just not hitting it as much, but it definitely goes off a lot more. So next up, I'm running the 1 Baguska. Originally, I wasn't running this, but after playing a couple RARITY matchups, I realized how good this card is in the mirror. Also, it's a great defensive card. To have this going and then you have your Detonator going, it's just too crazy. Next up, I'm running the 1 Castel. I just wanted more utility. There was times that High Wave King Caesar was in my extra deck, but it just wasn't doing anything because of the game state. Yes, you can go into it to get around nib plays, but this card is great for stuff that you just don't want to go to graveyard, or you just don't want to destroy it because it may trigger it. Next up on the list, this broken guy, Exciton. The fact that he's a light fiend. First turn, you go into this guy and then you just link away. Next up for the Fiendsmith stuff, we're running the 1 Moon with Closed Heaven. We're running the 1 Agnumde. We're running the 1 Sequence and then the 1 Desiree. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot the Requiem. Gotta run that guy. Requiem with Lacrima is just too broken because you can go Lacrima, shuffle herself back, special summon the Requiem, and then if it's your opponent's main phase, you can activate the Requiem's effect to special back out the Lacrima that you just shuffled in, and then activate her effect to drop the trap card and just line up another play with Desiree. So lastly, for my monster lineup, I ran the 1 Chaos Angel. Being that you use 2 light monsters to synchro Chaos Angel, that means that his light effect is turned on, which means that he's unaffected by your opponent's activated monster effects. But that's about it for this deck profile. I hope you guys really enjoyed. This has been my FIENDSMITH RYZEAL profile. Stay tuned for more. And real quick, I'm about to just give you a quick combo video, so check it out. All right, so this is our 1 card combo with Ice RYZEAL. Let's get into it. First things first, you want to normal summon the Ice RYZEAL, activating its effect. From here, you're going to special summon the X RYZEAL. Now, normally you summon your Sword RYZEAL, but the reason you want to do this now is so that way when you go into your Fiendsmith combo, you don't have to like worry about how you're going to get this out on the field because you already normal summon this. And you don't want to special summon this and then lock yourself in the forwards and lock yourself out of your Fiendsmith combo. So you're going to summon the X RYZEAL and then you're going to search for the Sword RYZEAL. So now this is in your hand and this is your field. So right here, you'll overlay these two and then you'll go into your Exciton Knight. Now, if this is turn 2, you can actually just blow up the board with Exciton Knight, you know what I'm saying, and then go into your Fiendsmith. So here you can either go into your Exciton Knight or you can go into the Closed Moon. I like going to Exciton Knight. Now that we have our Light Fiend on board, we can go ahead and link this away for the Fiendsmith Requiem. From here, we're going to go Requiem's effect, Lacrima. Summon it in defense. Now that we have our Lacrima out, we're going to activate its effect to send the Engraver. From here, we can activate our Engraver's effect, sending back the Exciton Knight. And then we're going to link here for our Sequence. Here, we're going to activate our Sequence effect, and then we're going to send back these 3. If you play the Necroquip Princess, a lot of people go for the High Wave King Caesar. I don't play that card, so I don't go into that card, but if they were to hit me right here, I wouldn't care. So from here, we bring out our Desiree. Boom. And then right here, we're going to link off our Desiree in Sequence. We're going to go for the Agnumde. We're going to activate Agnumde's effect to special back the Desiree, and then we're going to equip the Agnumde. We're going to activate sequence, attach sequence. So we did all of that off of just these 2 cards. So this is just a very basic first turn play that you could just do with 1 Ice RARITY to get you into full Fiendsmith combo. And then you still have your whole hand here, so you can just special summon the sword and just keep going off. But don't get it twisted. The High Wave King Caesar in this situation would be really good. But again, I don't play that card, and it's been doing well for me not playing the card. But you know, I'm a little bit hard-headed when it comes to these deck profiles and stuff. But anyway, now that we've showed you the 1 card combo, let's go ahead and open our packs that we got from our winnings. You know what I'm saying? Just see what we pull. So real quick. All right, so here we have our packs. I got 3 tournament packs and 5 Rage of the Abyss. Mind you, this is a $5 tournament, so this is from me going undefeated. So let's open up these tournament packs first. Uh-oh, we pulled a Ubel. Very nice. That's a great way to start off the video. Got that Ubel. Can we get a low? Or the Abel Star? We got a Flesh R Shark. I have the Shark variant coming too for you guys, so just stay tuned for that. And we got an Ostinato. All right, so we got those out the way. So we pulled the Ubel. That's very nice. Can we get a QC in these Rage of the Abyss packs? If you guys haven't seen my case opening, make sure you go check it out. Final Bring of the End Times. Next pack. Mimighoul Slime. I gotta update my Mimighoul deck for you guys too for the new ban list. Metal Illusionist. Pulling some booty butt ass right now. Next pack. We have a Moa Regina. Can we get a QCR, bro? QC me, QC me. Nope. Another Metal Illusionist. Straight booty butt ass. But that's about it for the video. I hope you guys really enjoyed. You know what I mean? I'm going to keep bringing you guys deck profiles and variants, etc., etc. This has been another very nice deck profile and combo video. With that being said, enjoy you guys' day. Peace.